up, guys? It's Scott with Neverhead back for another Metamaterials update. And today was looking pretty hot right at the open here, up to all the way up to $5.43. We got most of our volume for the day within the first like 20 minutes of opening bell here. We do have a little bit of a bull flag forming right here, and it looks like that upward trend is going to continue probably into power hour right now. Let's see what we got here. If we go back on the 3-month chart, oh, what do we have here? Oh, massive cup and handle. Just kidding. No, the chart's looking pretty solid today. Not a ton of volume. Again, it is still pretty surprising that we can maintain these green days on such low volume here. We'll see what happens in the last hour of trading here, but we're doing pretty good so far the last couple of days since the Evergrande collapse on Monday. We've been pretty solid. We got to a high RSI of the day right at 75.68 and then dropped right back down like a stone. We were a little bit overbought there to start the day, and we got to a low of 37 right here at this big red crayon here. So again, oversold, and then not a ton of volume the rest of the day, and then now we're starting to get some back into power hour. All of the hedge fund guys had their 3 martini lunch. They're feeling a little lubed up, ready to throw a couple more bucks on MMAT. Look at that. Boom. Trend is continuing upward. Classic bull flag here. MACDs are looking not so bad right now. A little bit of a bullish cross going on here, and they might be going back to touch just now. And we're going to go over to Ortex, and I want to clarify something that I said yesterday, that 52, so we had the estimated short interest of, it was right around 50 yesterday. Today it's up to 52.98, and I said that that was about half of the float. What I forgot to tell you is, so the published float on MMAT it's around 280-ish million shares, but that includes MMAX, the Canadian company, as well as institutions and insider ownership. And actually on Twitter, there's a guy by the name of C-Plant here. He also broke all this down. So if we see here, the total float of this is 279.7 million shares. And then if you take out the institutionally owned, that's 19.7. Insider shares is 43.5 million. And then MMAX is a huge one here, 106.69 million. And then BDC Capital is another 14.1. And then the building lease is another 219,000. And we are left with the actual retail float of 95.4 million. So it's actually even less than I thought. And we have a combined short interest of, so this again is a little bit behind here, because the short interest on MMAT for today, 9/23, is 52.98 million. So that is higher than 51%. And then, so this is going to be, so this combined short interest is going to be 68.29 million. So right now we have a combined short interest of 71.5% of the actual retail float is being shorted per Ortex data. We do have a change in the borrowed shares of minus almost 2 million, so 2 million-ish more shares were returned than borrowed. And let's look at utilization right now is 99.15%, or yeah, 99.15%. And if we head over to Fintel here, days to cover climbing up again, up to 2.27. Short interest percentage of the float is showing exactly the same as it was yesterday. Short squeeze score is also about the same, 83.06, 49th out of 5,300. And cost to borrow is going back down a tiny bit. Still pretty high, but at the opening bell, we were down to right around 15,000 shares available to short. All right, one more thing to get to here. So this is not directly regarding MMAT, but it is MMAT related. This is regarding the Overstock short squeeze and court case following that. Let's just get right into it. In spring 2020, Overstock issued a digital dividend, which resulted in a short squeeze of their stock. Several short hedge funds filed a lawsuit against Overstock, claiming the dividend was illegal stock market manipulation, and the case has been dismissed and reopened multiple times, with a final verdict issued yesterday, a dismissal of the lawsuit with prejudice. That means they cannot open this again. If it was dismissed without prejudice, that means they could go back and reopen it and file an appeal. The lawsuit being dismissed with prejudice means that is it. That's all you're getting out of the judge there. No more appeals can be filed for it. There it is. I just explained that pretty much perfectly. This is a closed case, and it can now act as a legal precedent if the short hedge funds file a similar lawsuit against other companies that issue digital dividends, NFTs, crypto rewards, etc. Such non-traditional dividends have no specified cash value, so cannot be converted by short sellers in order to maintain their short positions, and consequently they have no option but to close their positions by buying back the stock in the open market. The result, as exemplified by the Overstock case, the share price increased by 36x over 5 months and was absolutely catastrophic for the hedge funds. The ruling yesterday is therefore extremely significant, as it means that stocks like GameStop, as well as MMAT and other popular stocks like that, now have legal precedent to protect themselves against similar lawsuits if they choose to issue a digital dividend in the future. The dividend for MMAT, or TRCH rather, is not digital, but right now it is only theoretical, as we have not received it because they have not sold off Torchlight's assets. But it is an interesting legal precedent, seeing that hedge funds cannot sue you for issuing a dividend and claiming market manipulation. So they are just going to have to suck it up and close out their positions and buy back those shares on the open market, and that would result in quite the squeeze there. Anyways, guys, that is just about going to do it for this one. So as always, please make sure you're subscribed to the channel for more updates on Metamaterials, as well as other stocks and tokens we like. And I thank you guys so much for watching this far, and I'll see you in the next video.